everyone, welcome back to Face Mask Friday. So, not only is it Face Mask Friday, but I'm going to stick a hair mask on. So this is my hair, the way it is. Roots are coming through. See, you can see little bits of red, my natural red, but realistically this is now the colour of my hair. It's kind of dark, but in the sun it would be lighter. Freckles are coming out, love me freckles. So I'm not getting my hair done until June, but I love the mixture of colours, so I think I'll get it done exactly the same way. Now, today is Friday the 3rd of May. I haven't washed my hair physically in the shower, washed my hair with shampoo since Tuesday. So I've just been putting dry shampoo on it. So I've decided it's Friday night, I'm going to treat myself to a little hair mask, while a face mask, film it for you, hop in the shower, and then I am going to park my butt on that sofa there, and I am going to watch RuPaul's Drag Race. Now, this is my hair. I should have probably maybe brought a brush through, because it's probably going to be alright, but there you go. So this is the state of the hair. I'm like not long in from work. I'm loving just the tones in my hair just now. Just love it. I mean, you can, as I say, you can see the red, but my roots are actually quite dark. Okay, the mask I am going to use is this little pot here, which got in one of my latest in beauties. It is the Umberto Gianni Caffeine Pro Complex, vegan and cruelty free. So it's a glow mask. It says hemp, coconut and shea. Boost hair growth and transform a sluggish scalp and dry, lifeless hair into luscious, strong and long locks, perfect for dry, damaged and chemically treated hair to grow longer, stronger, faster hair. So it says, caffeine and black coffee seed extracts stimulate circulation to the roots. Algae is healing and moisturising. Irish moss softens for better hair quality. Seaweed is a fatty acid from marine nutrients to improve split ends. I have a lot of split ends. Hemp seed is a natural source of vitamins, antioxidants and proteins. Then your coconut oil and shea butter nourish and moisturise. So it says how to use. For stressed out hair in need of TLC, smooth through damp hair to strengthen, repair and moisturise. Rinse when hair feels renewed. Now, I'm not going to put it on wet hair, as you can see, and I've used this before on my hair dry and then gone into the shower, so I'm just going to do it this way. So it looks like so, and I'm just going to scoop it out, and it's going to be gold. And I probably do end up putting too much stuff like this on my hair, but I really just love getting it all thrown in there and as much nutrients as needed. The only thing, it doesn't really say how long to leave this mask on for, but as I say, my hair is needing it. It's as dry as a bone and it is so needing the nourishment, and I'm just going to scoop it through my hands. I actually hate masks that say soak your hair first and then put it on and what have you, because that's just a hassle and a half. Because I mean, I don't want to go and have to get in the shower to soak my hair, to get back out, you know what I mean? And a lot of the hair masks, I tend to just do it like this, and my hair feels fine and looks better. You know, it looks as if it's done something, so I don't really think it matters too much. Like, see with that, still some bits there that are dry. See the was it the Coconut and Eve one I had? I think it might have been the Coconut and Eve one, I'm not sure. It said to like use it wet and what have you. And what I did was, I'm going to turn upside down when I talk to you. What I did was I would go into the shower with it, and I would just soak my hair, put it on, and then stay out my hair out of the water, and then I would carry on with the rest of what I was doing. And I suppose I could do that with this, but anyway, let's break the rules. So it doesn't actually say how long to leave it on for. rinse when hair feels renewed. Well, that could be a while. I should probably have brushed it first, but anyway, we'll go with this. We'll go with it. So I'm going to just loosely tie it to the side. Now that it's nice and saturated. And we're going to move on to Friday's mask. Right, Eddie. Such a lovely day. It's been on and off rain though, so got my kitchen timer. And this is the mask that I'm going to use today. And I put some of my masks in the fridge because I thought, oh, it'd be nice to have it cooling. So this is the mask. It's from Primark. It cost £1. And it says Soften and Hydrate Coconut Jelly Face Mask. Made in Korea. Let's see what it says. I think that's all it says. Oh, this is just dandy Andy. You can't really read the writing. But look, you can see the jelliness. That's not the best. Okay, I think you just put it onto your face. Leave it for 15 to 20 minutes and take it off. Because I cannot, for the love of me, read that, can I? Let's see what it says. Oh, directions, okay. That is hellish altogether. I mean, what the hell? It says directions, and then it's all in foreign language. Okay, I'm just going to put it on my face, I guess, for 15 to 20 minutes, and then take it off. Because it doesn't... You can't see the writing. Look. Even with glasses on, I could not read that properly. So, but it says up there, underneath this face here, 15 to 20 minutes. So, cookie. Ah, good old teeth. Roll those sleeves up. Oh, 3 days off. It's the best feeling ever in the world. I swear down. Oh, that feels nice. And it feels even nicer because I put it in the fridge. I wish I could afford to not have to work even 4 days, because I certainly wouldn't. Well, I would if it was in a job that I enjoyed, but let's not get into that. It really bugs me how people just think that you just sit back and do nothing though. You know, like, oh, well, if you really hated your job that much or you didn't like staying in Sky, you should just leave. It is not that bloody simple. There isn't a job or a home just round the corner for me to go to. And I am so beyond sick, fed up of explaining, or not even, I shouldn't have to explain, but, you know, going into that it's not as straightforward or simple for me just to move in with Bruce. You know what I mean? It really pisses me off. I was like, I am an open person, but you know what I mean? Back the fuck off, people. If only life was that simple. But it isn't. So people just need to shut up and stop going, oh, if you don't like your job or you don't like staying in Sky, why don't you just move down to Dundee and get a flat and get a job? What if I get down to Dundee and then I can't find a job to pay for a flat? I'm screwed altogether, and then I've lost this house as well and a job that I have, even though I might not like it. It ain't that simple. So please, people, just let it go. Okay, timer is on for 20 minutes. There's still quite a bit left in this, so I actually might put the rest of this back in the fridge. Might put it in like a little freezer bag or something. I'll see how I feel when it comes off my chops. So I am absolutely addicted to this game on my phone called Coin Master. I love it. So sad. I was just like, after Best Fiends, I was like, I am not going to get addicted to any more games. I've never been a gamer, and I've never been into, like, you know, PlayStations or anything like that. I did used to have the Wii Fit, and I bought that on a whim to try and exercise funnily at home. But once the novelty wore off, I was just like, whatever, and I sold it. And when I was younger, my mum bought me a Sega Mega Drive, and I played that for a little bit, but if I got stuck in a level, I was like, ugh, so over this. Not into Fortnite or any of these stupid games that all these kids are addicted to. I just don't get it. The kind of game that I would probably enjoy playing would be The Sims, because I like things like that, but even them I haven't really played. So, but Coin Master, I've been loving it. Basically, it's like a slot machine, or I don't know what the other word is that people use for it. But you know, like the slot machines, you press the button or you pull the thing down and then it rolls and you hope to match 3 symbols to win, whatever. So basically you have all different villages at different levels, and then you've got certain things to build, and depending on what you get on the slot machine, you know, you can attack other people's villages to steal money, and you can raid their village to get money or find a chest, and then you've got shields. If you get the shields on the slot machine thing, then that protects you. But if you don't have them or you run out of them, then other people can attack your village. And I don't know, I'm just enjoying playing it. It's just another little distraction. What else? What else? Oh, Game of Thrones. Really enjoying Game of Thrones. Believe it or not, out of all the series, I just seem to be more into this. When it came out, I was like, ugh, that's not my bag, you know. I mean, I'm not into Lord of the Rings or fantasy things, really. The most fantasy I do is Harry Potter. So I thought, I'm really not going to like Game of Thrones or have a clue what's going on. And then everybody was just going on about it at my work. And my friend Callum was like, oh, it's really good. He was like, if I can just about understand it, you can. So Bruce put it onto discs for me. I don't even know if it was last year, possibly the year before. Well, basically, he put 1 to 5 on, and I watched them, and then I watched season 6 or 7. It might have been season 7 I watched on Sky, and then obviously this one. And yeah, so I don't know, there's been really mixed reviews. I was talking to Callum, this is the first time I've seen Callum since I came back, and I was talking to him about it this morning, and he was saying, what did I think of the ending? Now, some people were apparently really gutted about the ending and said it was just wrong, it wasn't right and whatever. And I don't know, my partner thinks that it'll be Arya Stark who will take over the throne. And then Callum was saying this morning that he thinks that Tyrion is going to kill Cersei, his sister, and I'm like, yes, kill her, can't stand her, she's horrible, you know what I mean? But I think the only thing that I thought was a bit shit with the last episode there, episode 3, was that, yes, I get it was at night, but it was so dark. So dark. You just could not really see what was going on. I didn't know who was getting killed. I didn't know who was still alive. It was like, oh, maybe that was the whole point, to keep you on the edge of your seat, but I was just a bit like, But I thought the ending was brilliant. I thought it was great when she killed the guy, you know? I'm just saying, I've probably spoiled it for people. I should have said beep. But I'm sure all Game of Thrones lovers, and if you're a Game of Thrones lover on my channel, I'm sure you would have seen it by now. But yeah, it's really good. So I've been enjoying that, and I have been watching the season 2 of Killing Eve. It's on BBC America, and it's not on the TV yet. I'm not sure when it comes on, so I'm going to be continuing to watch that. That comes on to there on a Sunday night, but I watch it on a Monday. There's so many things on Netflix. When I was sat on my tea break, on my lunch break there at work, I was looking at all the things that I've added to my list on Netflix, and it is ridiculous. So I really should, you know, I've got no excuse. Not that I want to sit all day and night watching telly, but, you know, a lot of them have been on there for ages. iZombie's coming back. I don't know when it's going to be on UK Netflix though. It was launched again last night in America. So I don't know when they're going to bring it to Netflix. And the weirdest thing as well, see the programme Lucifer. Season 4 is coming to Netflix, but none of the other seasons are on there. So is it just season 4? I was like, what is that all about? Now, I did start watching Lucifer because my friend Emily, who you would have seen in our videos together, her oldest daughter watched it and she was like, it's brilliant. And Bruce watched it and he was like, it is really good. So I started watching it, but I just wasn't really paying attention to it. So I could go back to that, but yeah. But what recommendations do you have for any films or Netflix shows to watch? Because it would be nice to try and get into something else. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going, when I'm finished this, I am going to have a shower and wash my hair and all that stuff, and then make some dinner, and then, I don't know, probably just watch some telly. Oh, I was watching this ridiculous programme. Have you ever heard of Sex and Suspicious Parents? So it's like a reality programme where your kids, or the kids, go off on holiday, and a few days later their parents or go out and spy on them, basically, and they see everything they're doing, which I could not think of anything worse. I would be so pissed off with my parents if they did that to me, and I would also be pissed off at myself, because your kids, you know what I mean? Come on. Anyway, so I thought that was bad enough. And then have you heard of the game show Naked Attraction, where people are basically stark bollock naked, and like, say for example, it's a guy going on to find a woman. So there's like, I don't know how, I can't remember how many there is, but say there's 5 pillars, right? And they're like different colours, like say green, red, blue. And then there's women behind them, and they're naked completely behind it. So it starts, you know, it moves up, and then you see the fannies. There's no other way to put it, or the penises. And then they're walking around and going, which one do you think, you know, what is it you like about a fanny or whatever? And you're just like, for God's sake. I mean, I'm no prude at all. And then gradually it works up and whatever, you know, to the stomach, the hips, the boobs and stuff. Then they get to here, like the person whittles them down till there's a certain amount left. And then the whole gist of it basically is that person picks out of 2 people, is it? I've only watched it a couple of times. I think they pick out of 2 people at the end, and then they obviously come out from behind their pillars starkers, and then the person who is looking for the partner or the date comes out starkers as well. So you've got a man there with his bits flapping about, and a woman there with her jugs bouncing about, and it's a bit... So anyway, I digress. I was watching this programme called Baywatch. Now, when I heard people say, I was like, you mean Baywatch from back in the 80s with like Pamela Anderson and what's his face? David Hasselhoff. And they were like, no, Bay as in B-A-E watch. You know, like, oh, there's my Bay. And I was like, right, okay. And I was like, what's that about? And because I'm really bad, I do like reality TV. And they were like, it's basically a worse version of Sex and Suspicious Parents. It's called Baywatch Parental Guidance or Parental Controls, something like that. And basically what happens is there's couple, I think what the gist of it must be is a couple applies for a programme or something to be like the most compatible or hottest couple. They go on holiday and they have no idea that their parents or their family are directly in the room next door to them. And there's a 2-way mirror where their parents, so the couple are here. So say it was like me and Bruce, we're here, and our parents or whatever are at this side of the mirror, and they can see absolutely everything you're doing. Everything. Not just in the room, but everything that you're doing. And then the parents in that set up questions and games and different things to try and see if, so say for example it was myself and Bruce that was on holiday, and it was my mum and dad wanting to see if I was compatible, if Bruce was compatible for me, or if he was the right person. So they would ask questions to see whether they thought he treated me well and blah 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 and all the rest of it. And they do that for, I think it was 24 hours. And then they meet up with them, and then you're like, what the fuck are you doing here? And then they reveal the fact that they have been watching absolutely everything they've been doing. And it is so cringe. It is so cringe. Like the very first episode I watched, the first couple, they had only met twice. They started talking online and they'd only actually physically met up twice. And it was the girl's gran and sister that wanted to spy on the girl. And basically because they had never met the guy. They wanted to find out who he was he compatible, was he right for their family member and all this sort of thing. So they're obviously a very sexual couple, but because they're not, in her family's eyes, a proper couple, because they haven't really been together, you know, the nan is definitely like, right, you know, this isn't right and everything. So when the couple are out, right, and they've got a clipboard where they answer questions that are set by this girl's gran and sister, they are rooting through the bag of their granddaughter and sister's, like, they're rooting through the guy's bag, and they find like this pink duct tape and a dildo. The granny finds a dildo and nipple clamps and all these things, and she's like, oh my god. But you know, that way you're just like, well, what the fuck do you expect? You know what I mean? They're a young couple, they're dating, they're going out, they're not just going to be sitting holding hands, are they? Oh, and see, the one I watched last night, I just wanted to punch the mum, actually, because basically I don't know what religion her son was. I don't know whether he, you know, he wasn't a dark man, but he had maybe like Pakistani or something. I'm not entirely sure. Now, him and his girlfriend had been together for 18 months, and he had never ever introduced her to his family, but her family had met him. So his mum and his sister wanted to see what she was like, and I kid you not, the girl didn't do anything wrong. She was lovely. If I was the guy's mum and sister, I'd be like, she's lovely, you know, she's really nice, she's not a psycho or anything like that. And every little thing, they were just like totally putting her down. But as it turns out, when they met up, all of them, and revealed that they'd been watching them, she was actually like, oh, you know, the mum said to this girl, I actually, from watching you at the start, really was not keen on you and didn't think you were right for my son, but you're actually so lovely. But I was just sitting there cringing, thinking, like, he was jumping about the room and he's very vain, looking at himself in the mirror and stuff, and she was just lying in the bed, like, chilling, and the mum and sister are like, oh my god, like, she's so boring, she's not doing anything. And then she's like, oh, he had to get his own drink. Boo fucking who? He had to get his own drink? He's a grown flipping adult, you know what I mean? And then things like, she must have said in one of her questions that he buys her a lot of gifts and stuff. So the mum was raging, absolutely raging, because the mum obviously substitutes this guy with money all the time. And, you know, he hadn't bought her a Mother's Day present. He hadn't got his dad a birthday present or his sister something, but he was spending the mum's money on her. So that was another, like, cross against the girl. Oh, she's like, materialistic and everything else, and it was just like, for fuck's sakes, honestly, the programme is ridiculous. It's on Channel 4, so if you want to just see for yourself, go to 4OD. And then Rona, my friend Rona, why did she show me this programme? I mean, I've seen it on the telly and just thought, no, it's not for me. But I was up at hers the other night and she was watching Just the Tattoo of Us, or Just Tattoo of Us, with Charlotte from Geordie Shore and Bear, whatever his name is, I don't know what his second name is. And basically, two people, so it could be a daughter and mother, or it could be husband and wife or whatever. They must sign up to this programme, and what they do is they design a tattoo for each other. They don't know what it is until it's on their body, and they're stuck with it, and it's horrific. Like Rona did say, the episodes, the couple that I watched with her, it wasn't good. Like, it wasn't nice tattoos, and it was awful. But she was saying you do actually get, on the odd occasion, people where they'll put a nice tattoo, you know what I mean, like maybe, I don't know, a flower or what have you. But like, there was these two guys, they're supposed to be best friends, and they were supposed to be best friends of 10 years, right? Now, Rona's got a wee 2-year-old, so I couldn't really hear, because he was babbling away, the backstory. But basically, one of the boys went and got gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes all tattooed round his pal's genitals. And I mean, the guy was absolutely distraught. He was so upset, crying, just like really, really upset. And the other guy, the guy that had done this to him, that had designed this tattoo, was just like, well, you know what I mean. Obviously, I don't know the backstory because I missed out hearing it. But after seeing just how upset his pal was, he was just like, you know, I did it as a one-upmanship. Like, I'm going to do one better than you. But I didn't actually think it through as that it was going to be that bad. So then when he was revealed his tattoo, it was brilliant. Me and Rona were like, yes. Basically, where his belly button is, there was a picture of his friend who he had got tattooed on all these STI names round his penis. It was a picture of him bent over with his scrotum hanging out, but his bum was like placed where where the belly button is. So basically, his bum was round the belly button. So like the belly button was his bum hole, and then his scrotum was hanging down. Oh my god. We were just like, seriously, because even Charlotte and that host the show, they were just like, this is the worst thing they've seen someone do, was to, you know, do that. And then he was like, well, you know, so I don't know whether there maybe was a bit of cheating or something, but I can't imagine if you'd been friends for 10 years, you'd stay friends for 10 years if someone cheated on you, to then go on a programme so that they could put all the names of the STIs round your genitals. So crazy stuff. Anyway, this is taking quite a bit of time, innit? Just making sure I didn't put it on for too long. Oh, it's all over my table. It's leaking. Right. It is going to go. Oh, yes. Crabbing. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you with me to the bathroom to wash it off, and then we will have a look and see. So it's supposed to soften and hydrate my skin. I'm on the floor. Oh god, I'm stiff. It has been such a day and a half, honestly. My carpal tunnel has been horrendous. Oh, it's Baltic in here. Maybe shutting that window. Right, let's prop you up here, please. Do not fall in my toilet. I'm going to shut this window, folks. Okay, so I've got a little mitt. Let's get this off. Excuse the running water. Oh, come on, hot water. This is like, you're probably like, why do I do such long videos for face masks? But it's because I don't edit. And it's nice to just have a babble, isn't it? And you can always fast forward if you just want to see how the mask gets on. Or you can grab yourself a nice cup of tea, or a gin and tonic, or whatever it is you drink. Oh, that's nice. Now let me just dab my face. Oh, I can't wait to get in the shower. I'm Baltic. Oh, right. So this is the finished result. So it feels nice and soft. I think it looks okay. What do you think? Do you think for £1, a little bit of, oh excuse me, soft hydration has worked? I think I give it a thumbs up. Anyway guys, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, click the bell button, enter my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I will leave a link to that at the end of the video, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye!